Okay, we are live again for the weekly Trash Mouth Fantasy Football Podcast. We have the man, the two-time defending champ, Grim Reapers, on the podcast for the third time, league-leading third time.
Hello, Dave. How are you, buddy? Good to see you again. Good to hear from you again.
All right, we have the Grim Reapers on, and as always, Grim Reapers, this new segment of 2019 season, please cue up the Russell Wilson requested Starbucks music this week. Please cue it up as per your request. Give us the word.
What do you want me to tell you? I don't understand. What do you want me to say to you?
Cue up the music.
What music? I don't know what music he plays, man.
He's playing Starbucks music. Russell Wilson, Seattle Starbucks.
Well, his wife is a recording artist, so I don't know. Maybe,
yeah, you're probably right about that. All right, let's get right into it. All right, Grim Reapers, you just set a week number 9 scoring record. 97 points, the fourth highest all time in the history of this league. What were you thinking when the points were just coming in again for your team this year?
Yeah, man, it's been hit or miss this year. It's either monster week or I just play down to the level of my opponents, and hopefully we get back on that end with the high scoring, because I got an explosive team, man. I really do.
That's right, 97 points, 57-point win. That ties you for the 6th most for margin of victory in the league all time, which is a very impressive feat. So far, after 9 weeks, a lot of the trends in the NFL and media and fans, they're talking Russell Wilson MVP. What are your thoughts about Russell Wilson?
He's unbelievable. I watched that whole game on Sunday. He really is something special, man. Just his placement of the ball, just the touch, the smarts to when to slide. He does it all, man. It's the guy with 6'4". He'd be the best player in the NFL.
Alex from Twitter just wants to add on to this question. He feels that he should be the NFL MVP after this season. Do you agree with that, Grim Reapers?
Man, right now, it's hard to argue that. It really is. You got him, you got Lamar, you got what the kid in Carolina's doing.
Auto pick.
McCaffrey, it's close, but usually the quarterbacks get the benefit of the doubt. So it wouldn't surprise me if he went to MVP. Man, he's been rolling along all year.
All right, Grim Reapers, we all know you were sitting at 3-5. You were staring at a potential 3-6 record. You're playing against the best team in the Western Division so far. It was a crossroads win for the Grim Reapers to get you back in the playoff picture, and it was a decisive victory over the Psychos, who came back on you, I think, week 1 with a 1-point win on Monday night with Nick Chubb. So this was a clear message that you sent to Psychos and everybody else in the Trash Mouth Fantasy Football League that your demise has been greatly exaggerated. Thoughts on that?
I agree. I mean, I'm like, we just passed Halloween. I'm like Jason. Remember Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th? You couldn't kill him?
That's so funny because my wife and I were watching Friday the 13th, part 1 and 2, last Friday night at AMC, so I strongly agree.
Classic, especially part 2. Part 2 I like a lot better than part 1 because you actually see Jason. But they burn me. They burn this guy alive. They freaking shoot him. They do everything. The guy just keeps coming back. Sort of like the Grim Reapers in Trash Mouth Fantasy Football.
All right, that's it. That's a 2-time defending champ. He's number 1 in points. He's 1 game out of a wild card spot, and I'm sure G-Man is looking through his rearview mirror right now. He's seeing the Grim Reapers, so he's probably getting a little antsy right now. So Grim Reapers, moving on to Week 10, what do you have to do to get a victory?
Just keep chugging along, man. Hopefully, Wilson keeps showing up. I've been playing Josh Allen a couple of times, and hopefully he comes through this week against Cleveland. And I basically listen. We all have great teams. On paper, we all have all-star teams. Basically, it just happens. It just has to fall the right way, and you got to get a little lucky sometimes. And hopefully my luck keeps building up here.
That is true. You have to have a little bit of luck on your side. That's a part of fantasy sports. And luck is where preparation meets opportunity. So far, after 9 weeks, who do you feel that you think that you have to catch in the West Division or for a playoff spot? Obviously, you're playing this week. You're playing the Bengal Bombers, who's just ended a 6-game winless streak. So you're probably favored to win. But right now, you're only a game out of a wild card spot with 5 left.
Yeah, this is crunch time, man. This is when the big boys show up. You know, this is when all the talking's done and you got to produce on the field. There's a lot of good teams in this year. There's a big separation in our league this year. It's like the have and the have-nots. And there's 3 teams right now they all have 6 wins. And I just got to catch that 4th place team. And once I catch him, if there's enough time left in the season, maybe I make a move up and move up to 2 or 3, you know? But that's what it is. We gotta hope. The first priority is win. That's what I gotta do. I gotta beat Bombers, and let's see how the chips fall, man. There's plenty of time left. Plenty of time left in the season.
As Grim Reapers clearly stated, as he made his run last year, he was in the same similar situation, but a slower start. But he made strong strides at the end of the season, finishing strong. And as a lot of championship teams, you got to finish strong, and then you carry that over into the playoffs. All right, Grim Reapers, this part of the segment of the Trash Mouth Fantasy Football League podcast show, this is called The Parting Shots. This is your extra incentive, which you don't need any extra incentive to tell us how you really feel about what's going on. So tell us what the barometer is of the Grim Reapers mindset on any Pacific GM. You seeing something you like, you don't like, you want to call people out on moves, trades, your own team, you want to just pat yourself on the back, whatever makes you feel good on this Wednesday evening.
Well, the main word, the big word that I use is patience. You have to preach patience for your fantasy teams. And guys, there's people getting released that are perennial freaking fantasy football legends and superstars. Some of the guys that these guys drop, it makes me, I'm like, what the hell are these guys doing? It's like, they don't know what to do.
So give me an example. This is the Parting Shots. Let's get the vanilla ice cream at him. Give us an example.
I'll give you an example. Somebody dropped Will Lutz. Are you out of your mind? That was explosive offense in a dome, and you drop Will Lutz? That's what I'm there for, baby. I scooped him up with like a nice chocolate chip ice cream scoop, and I scooped him right off the waiver wire.
Well, there you go. Grim Reapers was struggling to score with his kickers, who's always been a strong and a kicker guru for the last couple of years. He addressed the weakness, and he took advantage of somebody's, like Grim Reaper said, somebody's impatience, and he took advantage of it, right?
Yes, that's it. I gotta take advantage. These guys don't know. They don't know. They don't know what to do with themselves sometimes, you know. But I'm there. I know. I've proven myself. I'm a champ. I'm a 2-time defending champ, and some of the stuff that I do is just. I hope to set examples for these guys, and they don't want to follow. But you know what? I just lead it. I just keep going and going until somebody stops me. I mean, when I saw Will Lutz on the waiver wire, I couldn't believe it. It was like an early Christmas present.
There you go. You snooze, you lose in this league. All right, your two running backs that you picked up over the last few weeks and the last month are beginning to get you return on investment in terms of Messi, Melvin Gordon, and Josh Jolton Joe Jacobs. What do you think about 4 touchdowns last week combined?
Well, Melvin Gordon, you've had him in the past. You know what he's done for you in the past. The guy had to get himself in playing shape. Now every time they're at the goal line, he might do all the work, but who gets to eat at the goal line? Melvin Gordon. Josh Jacobs, another tremendous rookie. Oakland's offense is going good. And you might look at the moves I did, like I dropped Aaron Jones. So somebody might look at that and say, "What the hell is he doing?" But I look at the future. I look at him. He's sharing the backfield now. Somebody scooped him up. I used him. He got me to where I got to be, and that's it. He can't stay on the wagon no more. He's got to be let off and make room for Melvin Gordon.
All right, there you go. Coming from the 2-time champ. Hopefully somebody's listening on this podcast to take some notes, because obviously some GMs in this league that Grim Reapers have addressed are not taking notes and making the subtle adjustments and looking at the big picture instead of the short-term game. This is like Wall Street, and Grim Reapers is making solid long-term investments.
It's a marathon. It's not a dash. It's a marathon.
All right, my producers said that we went over a little bit, but like I said earlier in other podcasts, back on week 5 when you had the 2-time defending champion, he scores 97 points, the 4th most all-time. He gets a little bonus minutes.
Listen, I enjoy our talks. I hope to see you here more often. Let's put it that way. Hopefully I'll see you next week and so on. All
right, there you have it. Grim Reapers, the call. You ball, you get the call, like Deion Sanders says in prime time at 11:30 on NFL Network. You got to score points. And so far, Alberto scored 78, 91, and 97. I think that reserves him the right to stay on for almost close to 13 minutes, probably the all-time record on this season so far on the podcast. But who cares?
I love it.
All right, Grim Reapers, good luck, and I'm sure we'll be seeing you soon.
Good to you.
Be good.